Hello everyone, my name is Gina and I am back with another video for you today. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. I saw Patti from ISmellBooks do a video like this and I really enjoyed it, and I thought that it was a great idea to kind of give more insight into the books that I personally own, and I just thought it was a really good idea, so I'm going to go ahead and do my own video. And this video is going to be over the books that I have that are signed. Now, I haven't actually met that many authors, and I'm hoping to meet more authors in the future, but being in a small town in the Midwest, it's kind of hard to meet authors. Like, not many book tours go through here, so because not a lot of authors kind of travel through here, and the ones that do, I either don't really have any interest of seeing, or I have to drive quite a ways to go to. It has to be someone that I really want to meet to go for that drive, to go see that person. So I'm not really going to go into any particular order, like, well, this is the first book I had, or this is the second book I had. I'm just going to kind of go into it and show you the books that I have signed and go through the stories behind them. Now, I say I'm not going to go into any order, but I am going to start with the very first book that I did get signed and the first author that I ever met, and that is Eclipse by Stephenie Meyer. But in this book tour, she signed everything and she did a Q&A. I didn't really get to talk to Stephenie Meyer too much, and I don't really think too many people did. It seemed like basically you handed your book to the assistant, you gave them your name, they wrote your name on a post-it note, they slid the book to her, and she signed it, smiled, said thank you, and handed you your book. That was about it, which I'm assuming is how most book signings go. Again, I haven't been to too many book signings, but here is her signature, just simple, to Gina, and then signed it. So this was a very exciting experience getting to meet her, because I was in love with the Twilight series back in high school. I still love this series, even though I have kind of grown out of it a little bit, and I can see the annoyance in it by some people, and I think the majority of my annoyance comes from Kristen Stewart being picked for Bella. I just think they could have casted Bella better. I'm just gonna leave it at that. The next book, which I have shown in videos before, is kind of a cheat buy. I didn't actually meet this author, but I saw the signed book at the bookstore, and I was going to the bookstore to specifically pick up the book anyway, so I went ahead and got the signed copy, and that is The Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey. Ta-da! So again, kind of a cheat buy. I didn't actually meet him. It would be nice to meet him, but I do still have the book signed. Now, the next set of books that I have that are signed are the first 3 books in a series. The 4th one hasn't come out yet, and I have all 3 of them signed because I bought them all at the same time. And there's definitely a story with this one. It was just a really fun day. So first, these books are books 1, 2, and 3 of The Land of Stories by Chris Colfer. The Land of Stories, The Wishing Spell, The Land of Stories, The Enchantress Returns, and The Land of Stories, A Grim Warning. All 3 of them are signed with a smiley face. So like I said, I did get all of these books at once. Denny has the first and the third one signed because he has met Chris twice. I have only met Chris once, and it was a very long day. It was in the middle of July, so it was hot, but it was definitely well worth it. So on Chris's last book tour, he came to a library within our area, so we went out to go to this library for the signing, and we got there really early. We were somewhat far back in line, but not too terribly far back in line, and we sat on the sidewalk outside of this library for hours, waiting to get in to see Chris Colfer. And the book signing was kind of a book signing / Q&A, so there was chairs set up and a stage set up for him to sit at, and basically as soon as you got in, it was first come first serve, sit where you can find a spot. So luckily we were up far enough in the row to actually get a decent seat, and we were able to see him like clearly, and it was just a great experience. Like, I loved being able to see Chris Colfer. He is a great actor. I love him in Glee. Yes, I love Glee, and I have seen Struck by Lightning. I have not read Struck by Lightning yet. And I'm sad to say I have not yet read The Land of Stories, which is a shame because I've been wanting to read them ever since the first one came out. I just haven't gotten around to it. I really don't know why. As far as the signing goes, as you walked into the library, they handed you a piece of paper or a card, and that card said when you were going to go. Like, they had numbers on them, and they did, you know, various numbers, like this number through this number, go. this number through this number, line up. And they strung you through this room, and basically you stood in line with your books and waited to meet Chris Colfer. And as soon as you got up to the table, you handed him your book, or books in my case. If you bought the other books in the series at the library, you were able to get all of them signed. So that is what I did, because I didn't own the books previously. And basically you gave your books to Chris, he asked how you were doing, started up a conversation with you, and he signed them, and that was that. After he signed the books, you were able to go around to this photographing section thing and take pictures, because there were no pictures being able to take like up close. So that was kind of fun and interesting. Like, I did get to get pictures of him signing things, and I did take a selfie with him in a way. It wasn't necessarily with him, but in a way it was, and it was just a really fun day and a fun experience, and I can't wait for the 4th book of The Land of Stories to come out. Hopefully I will get the first 3 read, but Denny and I definitely plan on going to the next book tour, because, come on, I have the first 3 books signed. I might as well continue getting the books in the series signed. Like, there's no reason not to. So that is my story with The Land of Stories. The next books that I have to show you, and really the last books that I have to show you, are all signed by the same author, and they are all books in a series. And they're books from the Anita Blake series by Laurel K. Hamilton. Now, I personally have only met her once. There's a story with the rest of these, I promise. So the first book that I got signed by Laurel K. Hamilton was Kiss the Dead, and this book came out, and this is the 21st book of the series, and it came out on my 21st birthday. I was so excited. It was awesome. So yes, I spent my 21st birthday at a book signing. How cool is that? Like, it was just incredible. So basically, if you bought your ticket, it got you and a guest in, but you only got 1 book. So I took Denny along with me because he hasn't read the Anita series yet, so he didn't really care if he got a book or not. He was just along for the ride to help me celebrate my 21st birthday. We also had another friend with us, but her guest ended up not coming. After the talking was done, we went up into the bookstore and you got to go and get your picture taken with her. I thought that was amazing. Like, I would much rather buy a pre-signed book and get my picture taken with one of my favorite authors than just watch them sign my books. And that's what she did. She pre-signed all of these books so that way we were able to get a picture taken with her instead of watching her sign the book and not get a picture. There is her signature, and it was incredible and definitely a great way to spend my 21st birthday. It was just, I had so much fun, and it was just awesome. It was just really awesome. The next book that I actually have signed by her is the latest book in the series, which is a novella, and that is Jason. Now, with this book, she was doing a deal from the same bookstore where I got the last book signed by her, that if you pre-ordered from the bookstore, the first 500 people to pre-order this book got a signed copy. They sold out of the signed copy in like 2 hours. So I'm really glad that I was on Facebook at the time and saw that she was doing this, and I was able to pre-order it and get a signed copy, and you were able to put any kind of message that you wanted in it. So I just put that I wanted my name in it, but when I got the book, I was pleasantly surprised that she added just a short little message as well, and it says, "To Gina, enjoy, Laurel K. Hamilton." It was awesome getting it and seeing that she added in enjoy, because I didn't put in my little message to add anything in it. I just wanted my name in it. So that's kind of awesome, and I'm really excited to have another book signed by Laurel K. Hamilton. And the last books I have to show you, which are the first 6 books of the Anita Blake series, I bought at a used bookstore. And it was a surprise to get them home and see that they were in fact signed. And I'm just gonna go through these. The first one is Guilty Pleasures, then Circus of the Damned, The Laughing Corpse, Lunatic Cafe, Bloody Bones, and The Killing Dance. Now, all 6 of these are signed. They are personalized, but that's okay. So the story behind these books are, I was looking for books 2 and 4 of the series because I am missing my copies of books 2 and 4. I have been able to find the other missing copies that I have through used bookstores, and basically going into the bookstore, I found books 2 and 4 in the original covers, the original US covers. So I was so excited to find these in the original covers that I saw they had a couple of the other original covers, so I bought those as well. I missed a couple of the original covers, so I ended up going back the next day and getting the others as well, but that's a different part of the story. Now, I originally had the 8th book in the series as the original cover because I got it from a friend of mine, and now I have the first 8 in the original covers, and it is just awesome. So I got these books home and I was flipping through them when I noticed that all of them were signed with messages in them. So I don't know why you would get rid of these. Like, obviously they were personal and personalized, and they are all labeled November 22nd, 1997. So basically the first one says, "Welcome to my world." The second one says, "Have Halloween with Anita, what could be better?" I can't really make out where this one says, but it is signed. This one says, "Werewolves by Moonlight," of course. "Have a rad St. Patty's Day with Anita." And the 6th one is kind of sad because I feel bad for buying them because it says, "Promise to keep." And obviously this person didn't keep these books because I now own them and I am not this person. So yeah, don't really know why they decided to give these up and give them to the used bookstore, but I'm kind of glad that they did, because now not only do I have the original covers of the first 8 books, but I have the first of them signed by Laurel K. Hamilton herself, and that's just kind of awesome and very exciting. And yeah, that's basically it. That is all the signed books that I have. Like I said, I really want to meet more authors and get more books signed eventually. So hopefully I will start being more aware of book tours that are coming through my area instead of just being like whatever. But that's really all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it doesn't come off like I'm saying like, oh, look at me, I'm so awesome, I have these books signed, because it's really not. Like, most of these were by coincidence. Yes, I do have signed books, but I'm not trying to brag. I just think that it's really cool seeing other signed books that people have. I personally love seeing signed books and hearing the stories behind the signed books in other videos, so that is just kind of the purpose of this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below what signed books you have. As always, links to everything in the description below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!